Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Let's dive right in. First up, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has expressed regret over how his company handled government pressure to censor certain COVID-19 content. In a letter to the House Judiciary Committee, Zuckerberg admitted that senior Biden administration officials pushed Meta to censor specific COVID-19 related content in 2021. While he acknowledged this pressure as inappropriate, he also confessed that he wishes he had been more vocal against it at the time. Zuckerberg highlighted that Meta has since adjusted its content moderation policies in the U.S., particularly regarding the temporary demotion of content while waiting for fact-checkers. This change comes in the wake of criticism surrounding Meta's handling of a New York Post story on corruption allegations against President Biden's family before the 2020 election. Interestingly, earlier this year, the Supreme Court ruled that federal agencies could continue contacting social media platforms to request the removal of content deemed as misinformation. This was seen as a necessary measure to prevent foreign interference in U.S. elections, according to the Department of Homeland Security. Opinions on the matter remain divided. House Judiciary Republicans argue that Meta's actions were influenced by political pressure, while Democrats maintain that there is no direct evidence linking President Biden to his son's business dealings. This debate continues to fuel the ongoing investigation. Next, let's talk about the escalating tensions between the U.S. and Russia. During a press conference at the Pentagon, spokesman Major General Patrick Ryder addressed Russian claims that the U.S. was involved in Ukraine's offensive in the Kursk region. Ryder firmly denied these allegations, stating that the U.S. had no prior knowledge of Ukraine's operations in Kursk. Ryder reiterated that the U.S. is not at war with Russia, emphasizing that their support is solely for Ukraine's defense against invasion. This statement comes amid increasing scrutiny of the U.S. role in the conflict, with Russia warning of potential consequences for what it perceives as U.S. interference. Now let's turn to U.S. politics. The Harris and Trump campaigns are clashing over the rules for their upcoming debate on ABC. Harris's team is pushing for a change in the format that would keep both candidates' microphones on throughout the entire debate. This is a shift from the previous debate rules, where microphones were muted when it wasn't a candidate's turn to speak. Brian Fallon, senior communications advisor for the Harris campaign, argued that the Trump team prefers the muted mic format because they don't think their candidate can act presidential for 90 minutes. On the other hand, Trump's senior advisor, Jason Miller, criticized Harris's team for attempting to alter the agreed-upon rules, accusing them of trying to avoid the debate altogether. This debate is shaping up to be a heated showdown, with both sides standing firm on their positions. In other news, the U.S. Navy is considering a significant restructuring due to a shortage of qualified civilian mariners. The Military Sealift Command, MSC, has proposed sidelining 17 support ships, including replenishment ships, fleet oilers, and expeditionary fast transports, to free up crew members for other Navy operations. This plan, known informally as the Great Reset, is aimed at improving the work-life balance for MSC mariners, who have been grappling with demanding schedules and insufficient time off. However, this proposal raises concerns about the potential impact on Navy operations globally, particularly in regions like Bahrain and Africa, where these ships have been critical to U.S. missions. Shifting focus back to U.S. politics, Special Counsel Jack Smith has revised the indictment against former President Donald Trump following a Supreme Court ruling in June 2024 that reinforced broad immunity for actions taken by a sitting president. The revised indictment removes specific elements, including references to Jeffrey Clark, a former Justice Department official initially named as an unindicted co-conspirator. Additionally, the indictment no longer includes allegations related to Trump's post-election conversations with Justice Department officials and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, which the court determined were protected under presidential immunity. However, Smith continues to focus on Trump's actions as a private citizen and candidate, particularly his efforts to overturn the 2020 election and pressure Vice President Mike Pence to disrupt the certification process. The charges have been adjusted to highlight that these actions were motivated by Trump's personal interest as a candidate, rather than his official responsibilities. In response to the revised charges, Trump dismissed the new indictment on social media, calling it an effort to resurrect a dead witch hunt and accusing Smith of trying to save face. He further asserted, "Deranged Jack Smith has brought a ridiculous new indictment against me, which has all the problems of the old indictment and should be dismissed immediately." Moving on to Canada, the government is set to impose new restrictions on the number of low-wage temporary foreign workers allowed in the country. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced that the relaxed rules introduced during the pandemic will be tightened again. Starting September 26th, employers will only be able to hire a maximum of 10% of their workforce from the Temporary Foreign Worker Program, down from 20%. The maximum work term will also be reduced from 2 years to 1 year. Trudeau emphasized that these changes are necessary to encourage Canadian businesses to invest in training and technology rather than relying on low-cost foreign labor. The government is also considering lowering immigration targets, reflecting growing concerns about the impact of high immigration rates on housing affordability and innovation. Finally, former President Donald Trump has launched a new batch of digital trading cards called Series 4, the America First Collection. These cards are priced at $99 each and feature Trump in various roles, such as Super Trump and a sneakerhead. This collection is aimed at appealing to crypto-friendly voters, with buyers who spend $24,650 or more exclusively in crypto-promised exclusive experiences, such as a gala dinner with Trump and signed memorabilia. This latest move comes as Trump faces financial pressures, including legal bills and civil court judgments, and lags behind Kamala Harris in fundraising. Despite criticism that these trading cards are a desperate cash grab, Trump's foray into the crypto space is part of a broader strategy to court support from the cryptocurrency community. That's all for tonight's news update. Thank you for joining us. We'll continue to monitor these stories and bring you the latest developments. Stay safe, stay informed, and have a good night. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.